Hi, your Hire Me site is going to be a culmination of all the work that you've done all semester. It's going to be a PHP website with all the things that you might want to put to entice someone to hire you. I've got a few examples of things that you might want to talk about. So let's take a look at those. Let's say you are looking for a photography job. You might want to talk about pricing and samples, testimonials, awards, contact info, things like that. If you're looking to be a web designer, you may want to include languages, programs that you've written, like screenshots or links to buy, demo things on the site. You may want to look at plans for your future, and you may want to have your resume on there. If you want to be a game developer, you may want to include game design, concepts, and theory. You may want to talk about your favorite games and why they're your favorite games. You may want to list some competitions that you've participated in. Take a look at other people's sites and see what they have. See if you like what they have and there are things that they've done that you want to include or want to exclude. That's fine too. But really, the Hire Me site is supposed to be a site that tells a potential future employer about you and about the things that you're interested in and the type of work that you're looking to do. So, all right, let's dive right into the Hire Me site. I have my VPN client open and I'm going to connect. And now I'm going to go to my Finder window and connect to my disk space, mount my server space. And there it is. And I'm going to go to my IMS222 folder. And since I think I've already done this project, I'm going to rename it. And I'm going to call it old so I can start over. Now I will download the zipped or compressed site and open up my downloads. Looks like I still have my interest site in there. And now that I've got that uncompressed, I will copy that over to my disk space. And while it's copying, I think I might take a peek at my site. So it's going to be my username, IMS222 Hire Me. And it just finished copying. Voila. There we go. So let's take a peek at the code. And I can explain that to you. Let's start with the index page. That's opening up in Text Wrangler. And you can see that the index page includes the www.siteheader.php. That would be similar to what we did on the My Interest site, where it's actually including the code for this page. All that code is in the other one, so that I didn't have to type it all on every single page. We just have to do it one time. And then I tell you that each page includes the site header and the site footer, and here's the site footer. And this from lines 9 through 21 is all an echo. That's all dumping stuff to the screen. We've already done some PHP stuff, so you should understand that. And here I have included Kirk's picture grabber. Let's see that in action. And it looks like it's reloading. It's a little bit slow because I'm on VPN right now. That slows things down. And maybe the image is too big. Let's see how big the image is. Image for the home page. Now that's 443K, 398K, 437, 393, and 411. So it's definitely the VPN slowing me down. Now, just because I included the picture grabber doesn't mean that you should include the picture grabber. It needs to apply to your site. So if you don't have a good reason to put it on there, then I wouldn't put it on there. Same thing for the today is Monday, March 13th, 2017. That's the day that I'm recording this. If there's no good reason for you to say what the date is, then I would remove that. You also don't want to have a page called this, that, the other, and sample page. And when I go to this, it takes me to this.php. Of course, there's no reason for you to have any of that. You would want to have something like, let's see. Well, let's say you're into photography. Maybe you want to have a home page, and then your this page would be photography gallery, and maybe you would have a bids page, or a contact me, or samples of weddings, or samples of other photo shoots that you've done. You would have whatever reason you think someone would want to hire you. That's what you would put on your website. Now you may be asking yourself, how much or how little should I put on my website? And the answer is whatever you think you need. So if you think you need a lot of data, then put a lot of data out there, a lot of content. But if you think only a little bit can get it across, then that's fine too. There's no right or wrong answer, but the question is, why would someone want to go to this site to hire you? If they look for a photographer and you have no samples of your photos, then why would they hire you? They're probably not going to do that. If you are a web designer and you had no samples of web design, then why would they want to hire you? So that's it. I think that all that I want to cover in this particular video. You get the gist of things. I've included the Kirk's picture grabber. I've included a resume, which you may or may not want to have. Remember, don't put a PDF out there. You are going to want to double check the CSS and make sure that it's got everything in it that you want it to be in there. It's not super duper long. There is a Kirk's Brown M&M in there. I'll even highlight it for you. Right there it is. So be careful. You might want to get rid of that if you're not using it. And let's see if there's anything else that we need to cover. I created separate directories for my homepage images and for my images for that page. If you're not using those, then I would get rid of them. If you want to put them all your images in one IMG folder or one images folder, that's fine. If you want to separate them out by page, that's fine too. Just to be consistent in whatever you do. I don't know if we need to look at the footer, but let's take a glance at it just for fun. Looks like it's pretty short. Looks like I have a little bit of inline styling in there, which you may or may not want to do. So hopefully that is enough to get you started, and I look forward to seeing your Hire Me sites.